Hey guys, I'm a Art Demon and welcome to my channel. And how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, and this week's video is going to be something entirely different, but I felt like I needed to talk about the latest Good Omens news. It's been a while since I made a video about the show, and with all that's been happening I decided to do a video again. But before we get started, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Let's get into the video. And since this won't be a super upbeat, happy video, I decided to at least draw something that gives me joy. And it is a Good Omens Halloween piece. I did a 30 days Good Omens challenge, and in one of the last days the prompt was characters in Halloween costumes or something along those lines. And since I had just watched The Addams Family, I decided to combine the lovely elfie couple that is Morticia and Gomez with our two chaotic duo that has a severe lack of communication skills, Crowley and Aziraphale. But anyway, if you've been on the fandom online, you probably already know what's happening. This won't be a news report video, I'll go over some of the more important facts, but if you want a more detailed explanation, I would recommend Zendaria's channel. She's been covering a lot of the news and explaining everything. In this video I'll just go over the general events and then move over to the future if that makes sense. In case you haven't come across the news, some months ago Neil Gaiman was faced with some SA accusations. He's one of the writers of the book, and he was also very involved with the show. Since the first accusations came to light, more women came out to talk about their experiences too. There have been a total of 6 different people, I believe. If there were more, please correct me in the comments. And when this news started to come to light, the production of the third and final season of Good Omens was challenged. A lot of successful queer shows have been cancelled for no reason lately, and since there was a motive to cancel this show, it wasn't hard to imagine what Amazon could do. There were a few chaotic developments in these latest weeks, but the conclusion is that the show will not be cancelled, but that won't be the last season. Instead, they'll make a 90-minute movie to finalize the story. They'll still start recording in January of 2025, like they previously had planned, but Neil Gaiman won't be further involved. Now that I got the news out of the way, I would like to address some of these things on a more personal note. The first thing I feel like it's important to mention is that these events impact the lives of many people. I can speak for myself as part of the fandom. This show has a very deep meaning to me. I've loved many pieces of media, but none of them were like this. So to see one man's actions destroy something this precious to me was hard. But besides the fandom, there were, of course, all the people working in Good Omens. We have Michael Sheen and David Tennant, obviously, who will be returning to the show to play Crowley and Aziraphale, but also everyone else on the crew. All those people were at risk of losing this job, maybe even not getting paid. And of course, it is mostly important to mention the true victims of this situation. My heart goes out to all the women that came forward with their stories, and also to the ones that may have stayed silent. They didn't have a show cancelled or got fired from a job, instead they went through something traumatic that I can only imagine in my nightmares. I doubt any of the victims of this case will be watching this video, but if any of you guys have been through something similar, I'm deeply sorry. It is something disgusting and horrifying to say the least. And if you're dealing with something like that, please seek help. And even if I'm not a professional, if you need to pour your heart out to someone, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll read and listen to your experiences, and I'll do my best to give you some comforting words. But know that you didn't deserve it, no one does. I could ramble further on this topic, there is a lot that could be said about this situation, but I find it hard to touch these topics without feeling a deep rage course through my body and my voice starts to break, so I'll move to the next part of the video. And in this part I'd like to address the future of the show. Before this development, we were all waiting for a final season with 6 episodes of 40 to 50 minutes. And for some time we were afraid that there would be no Good Omens. It would get the same treatment as other shows like Dead Body Detectives or Flag Means Death, The Owl House. I've seen this recent development in the industry. They cancel shows with incredible potential for no reason at all. And this situation could be enough to cancel any show, even without the current situation of the industry. But now we know that we'll be getting the 90-minute movie for the finale. And that gives me a lot to talk about. The first thing is that it's okay to be sad. I think having a movie is better than nothing, but it won't replace a full season. I've seen a few people saying that we as the fandom have no right to be sad, that we aren't the victims, and while I do agree that last part, as I said in the beginning, that doesn't take away the right for us to feel sad. I don't like the mentality of sadness being a competition. That doesn't mean that it's okay to make the situation a personal problem, this isn't about us, but it does have consequences that affect us. So even if I don't find it okay to victimize ourselves, it is okay to feel angry and disappointed and upset. It's not healthy to just bottle those emotions. That being said, I'm glad they took Neil Gaiman out of production, and I have to thank to the people that fought to keep the show from being cancelled. From the looks of it, that's what was going to happen. Amazon would just cancel the show, but there were people in the crew fighting for the show to continue, and I'm endlessly grateful for them. And since we're having the 90-minute movie, I would like to give my predictions. I predict that it will be divided into 30 minutes of Crowley and Aziraphale apart from each other, 10 minutes of flashbacks, 35 minutes of solving the Second Coming, and 15 minutes of cute Crowley and Aziraphale. I don't think they'll be separated like this, but like spread out through the movie. I would personally love to see Crowley's fall, and I need Aziraphale to apologize and be forgiven by Crowley. I need them to hug and cry because I know I will cry, and I need their happy ending. I honestly need a desperate hug more than a kiss. I feel like they need to hold each other close. And maybe then a soft kiss at the end when everything's okay. I do trust the team to make an exceptional job with the movie. It will be bittersweet to not get a full season, but I'm so happy that we'll be getting something. And these people are incredible. They did a flawless job in season 1 and 2. So I'm very confident with the movie results. But please let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. I know this video isn't my usually happy video, but I also felt it was important to talk about. But thank you so much for watching until the end. If you like this video, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Thank you again so much for watching, I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!